available, please feel free to. Ellison Garrett is up next, and then is Jeff Chugum. All right, Sunbury. All right, you'll be up. Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Allison Garrett. I go to school here at UW, graduate school. I'm a teacher from Ohio, and I know some of you here. I go here for library and information studies. I would hope once I graduate in May that I can stay in this great state. I was born here my whole life. I always like to say I wanted to be a Badger because my dad was a Badger and my uncles and my aunts are Badgers. And I'm sorry, I'm really tired too, and I'm going to start crying. But I love this state. My whole life, I've lived all over this country, and you know, I was trained Packers, Badgers, Brewers. I love Wisconsin, and my parents want to get back here. And I would hate to see our state become like some of the other places that I've lived. I grew up in Ohio. Actually, John Wiener represents my district. And I would like to say that I don't think this has to do with state rights when it's part of the national agenda. I should not be getting support on Facebook from my friends in Ohio with the exact same bill, except that cops and firefighters are included because Governor John Kasich can't even hide his contempt for public employees. I'm wearing scrubs because my roommate is a CNA, and I came out here in support of her. She works second and third shift, and I know that when weekends or when they switch her shifts from third to second shift, she gets a day off so she can recuperate. She gets paid $15 an hour, and she does things that you couldn't pay me to do. You know, she takes so much abuse from people. She's been punched by people with dementia. She wipes, you know, she does sanitary stuff for $15 an hour, and she's part of a union. And when I see someone say that it's a budget repair, but they're hurting people like her who work for nothing, and I've worked in childcare. I know people that have worked in childcare and people who work with people with disabilities. And the things that you put up with at those jobs. I mean, I know me personally, when I worked in childcare, I worked for like $5 an hour in Ohio, and there was someone with autism who was like 13. I got shoved against a wall repeatedly, and I had, you know, that was on the job for $5 an hour, and I would still do it because I cared about that job. Public employees do not do this for the money. They do it because they care. And to see them vilified. And even down in the Capitol, some woman was yelling at my roommate about how unions are cheating. She made no sense. But to disrespect someone who cares for you is, to me, awful. And I hope I'm making sense, but I just really, from the core of my being, when I heard about it, and I heard about taking away collective bargaining rights, it just isn't right. It isn't right. This bill is not about budget repair, as we've all said, as the statistics show. If you cared, if we were really in a hole, and believe me, I come from a state with a hole, okay? Ohio, we have cut services for years. If we were really in a hole, you would take every federal money opportunity you could take. You would accept the fact, if you're a corporation and you live in a state, you should pay taxes towards education. I'm sorry. Really like to serve the area. I know I've had to pay for education since I was 16. This is ridiculous. I'm sick of it. If you live in a community, you should support your community. And I'm sick of seeing us get vilified. I want to be a librarian because I want to help people read. I've seen the power of education. That is what makes the state great. I have lived in other states. I have taught in other states. Wisconsin has an excellent public education program. It is one of the best. And to see that get stripped away, if you are actually curious about the kind of places that are in Ohio seem to be called savage inequalities, they're going to go all over the country. And they went to the state of Ohio because some of our schools are amazing and some of our schools are horrible. We can't have that in the state. We have to fight for rights, and I am so glad to be in a progressive state. And I just think it's ridiculous. So like, from the core of my being, and to represent my family, that is human, I would just like to say this bill isn't right, and thank you so much for fighting, and I will keep on fighting. I don't have time. I will be here on my lunch break. I will be after school. I have fought every single day this week, so we are not going away. Thank you.
Jeff, we'll just go through Jill Bussiere. All right, from Suwannee, you will be up next.
Hi, my name is Jeff Coogan. I'm a 30-year veteran of the Carpenters Union here in Madison. I'm the second generation. My father retired from the Carpenters with a good pension, and I hope to do that in 3 years. And I'm currently the carpenter at the UW Hospital, which was my goal to get in there for like 5 years. After a 9-month layoff, I succeeded doing that. And I thought that was going to be a gravy job, like everyone thinks it's a gravy job. And we work our butts out there, and you're accountable for every minute of every day. And you're on call 24/7. Like Christmas Day, I got called in at 3 o'clock and we're just ready to eat. So they had a water leak and needed to be repaired. And then we work from the animal mods where they do animal research to the ER rooms, to the operating rooms. And those people are incredible. They're 365 days a year, and they really care about what they're doing. And it's just a slap in the face to cut them down like this. And I kind of regret if one of these people that voted for this bill go to the hospital and they know about it. Well, they're dedicated people. I wouldn't want to risk that. But I noticed too at the hospital there's things that people take for granted. While I'm there, I get to see where the surgical instruments are clean. And those people are not highly paid people, but they do a good job. And people just take for granted that if you go for surgery, you're going to have clean instruments. And you get put into a bed, the sheets are going to be clean and sanitary. And that just doesn't happen. There's people that care about their jobs. And then, see, I've got a bunch of random thoughts all over the place. And then I wanted to say that I feel a little sorry for Governor Walker because he's either going to be recalled or he has to face the Cook brothers that got him elected. Like last night was another sleepless night. So I was listening to Randy Rhodes after midnight, and she just laid it out so simple. She said that the Koch brothers paid for his election, and in return, they want the unions gone. They own 17 companies in Wisconsin, including 6 coal mines. And they said, we'll put you in there, we want the unions gone. And he created his own budget crisis by giving away, ironically, $140 million. And she had that all sorted out to where it went, so if anybody wants to hear that, I go through her archives. It was very interesting. And then I'd like to touch on things that we take for granted in our society. It's like you flip a switch for electricity, you expect electricity to be there. That's not magic, somebody's doing that. Then you flush the toilet, you don't really think about where that stuff's gone, but on the other end, somebody's going to take care of that. And then you go to the grocery store, you buy food, you're assuming that it's safe and edible, and it's not contaminated. And you go buy medicines, medications, you're assuming that's been inspected. Inspected by who? Your fellow government employees. So this is my 6th day here, and yesterday was incredible. It started Tuesday night, and I thought, I need to walk around here until you fall over, but nobody's really going to care. And Wednesday was a little more energetic, because they're coming afterwards on this, the big rallies at noon. And Wednesday, I started to get a little power. Thursday was good. Friday night was awesome. But yesterday was just incredible to see all the people I met from different states and different unions. And they're all on the same page and working together. And I think one of the highlights was yesterday my brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law, that I've known for 20 years, came with my nephew. And in 20 years I've known him, he's always voted Republican. And he's, the GGG, the gun, gates, and God. And he voted for Walker and the rest of them. And he said, never again. He said he's just waiting for the recall. And that kind of made my day. So we marched around here for 2 hours. I stayed up with that for my 8 hours in. So I think that everybody knows here that this is just about union busting. And so Scott Walker has no way to save face. Either he's going to be out of a job and look like an idiot, or he's going to Cook brothers at it. So thank you.
Recall. And next week. Okay.
So just, it's been a lot of energy in the building for the last week. Clearly the people are coming down trying to be heard. I don't think Governor Walker and the Republicans had any idea that the people were going to be coming in this kind of volume to be able to say, you can't take away our rights without a fight. And I think they may have taken off a bit more than they can chew. So we're going to be here and fight every day and do everything we can to try to stop this bill. The senators are hidden away somewhere. They're doing the job that we need them to do. but the public and the energy from the people who are here is what's the most amazing. And I think if we all stick together and really fight like we've been fighting and keep the intensity and the peacefulness of what this rally has been, I think we can win. So we're going to work hard towards this.
Well, the testimony in the hearing room was quite compelling, and how long has that been going on?
Boy, we went straight for, I think, 72 hours. We've had a couple recesses since then, but I think we'll have like 100 hours plus of testimony. They had a partial day of testimony and decided that's all they needed to hear. We decided everyone who wants to talk should be able to talk. So the Assembly Democrats and our staff have been helping us staff a nonstop hearing that went a couple of nights, all 24-hour periods, and now we're trying to at least go to 1 or 2 a.m. and then we try to break till the morning. But it's been really very emotional, very powerful testimony from people who are just working hard in Wisconsin. You know, conservatives, liberals, moderates, independents, you name it, who are just saying that this bill is going to hurt them and why they think taking away their rights is wrong. So it's been a very, very powerful testimony.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and you are?
I'm Mark Cocan. I represent the 78th District in Madison.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks a lot.